Yeah. So you gonna roll with us?
I can't.
Why not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah. I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh, man.
Come on, let's hold the porch down.
But like otherwise you can just make your own key and start your own lane. It's hard, but there's no need in trying to beg anybody to try to get somewhere that you think that you should be. You got to make them pay. That's a big one. You got to make them pay.
Again, spite.
I mean, it really is. It really is. You know, you have to pick and choose like what it is that you think that you want to do, what it is that you how you want to do it, how you want to get it done. And most of the times, if you think going to get through that gate, they probably going to try to change some stuff up because they know that's going to get them the thing that they are consistently getting from the gate that they've been holding. So what's the point of wanting to be in that space if you're not going to be authentically yourself in there? You're not going to be comfortable.
This is and I get where you're coming from, and I get where it goes on a racial level. On a racial level, because there are people and certain lanes that are gate kept by certain people, and it pertains to today as like jobs and creative spaces and stuff like that, and predominantly white spaces that are harder for you to get into. That is part of my gripe with it. The second part is, and I think maybe we'll get to that later, but intruders.
Because nobody wants an intruder, right?
Nobody wants an intruder.
And people, a lot of times, the people complaining about gatekeepers are intruders. So we can think about that. I'm gonna center my camera a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm off. But yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Sometimes it's not what you expect. And like I said, even if your intention is not to intrude, you're going to be looked at that way because you're acting outside of your lane.
Also, everybody here, go ahead and congratulate Trey because he is an affiliate now. So,
hold on. Let me say, Mr. CPT himself is going to say it wouldn't have got this way without the pressure that Quentin keep applying me because I keep doing other stuff. Family involved. I can don't congratulate me, my brother. That's all you.
But
that's all you.
Yeah. But yeah,
we gonna get through this stuff, and I'm gonna do better. But, bruh,
you all right? I keep saying growing pains, but you gotta grow out of stuff, and just like color, the CPT is definitely a generational thing that we need to grow out of.
I can't grow out my family, dog. Now, granted, I did tell you a time, and
that's the part. That's the part that's if you tell me a time, don't tell me a time. Just say, hey, I'm gonna be there when I be there. I'm cool with that.
No, you're not.
I'm okay with no. I am cool with that because you see, I was over here. Yeah, I was over here doing my incense. I was having me a little powwow, doing everything that I normally do. So just say, hey, I'm gonna get there when I get there. If you 5 minutes late, it's cool.
Okay, so we're gonna do that preemptively now. I'm gonna get there when I get there. because I can't promise you that I'm gonna be there at a certain time because things start happening. Now, everybody in my house and family knows that at 7 o'clock on Fridays, especially, where I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
We had a birthday party today.
Oh. Well, you should have said that.
Damn.
Why didn't
Huh?
you? Why? You should have said that. Anyways.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because it does mean that much to me. Like for real. Like I'm trying to like balance all of it, and making excuses is one thing that I had a big problem with. So when you cut off, like, and you know that you got to do some stuff, there's no reason why. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's all. Like I'm 100% not bullshitting. Like 100% not bullshitting. Dang, I did it twice. Anyways, like even last night when we was playing the game and I was frying chicken at the same time.
Yeah.
Culture, first of all.
Hey, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you gotta to running gun stuff, and I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I ain't got shit to do, so
it's easy for you. But no, yeah, you absolutely like we're both correct on the same plane, but like you said, growing pains and just kind of getting it all straightened out.
Right.
It's all good, but we're affiliates. Yup. We did that.
Yeah. Now y'all can subscribe and you can gift subscriptions, and we need to make some emojis. We need to make a tray emoji. We need to make an eye emoji. Yes. You get to do all the fun stuff now.
You see, the wonderful thing about that is that like, you know, I get to display my stuff that way now, and I don't even really know what all it entails. So like, I get to go ahead and just make it up. That's what's up.
The whole probably a bunch of encoding and shit. A lot of 8-bit.
I work in 8-bit now. You know, I'm doing an 8-bit music video right now.
See? There you go.
So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. But
yeah, Intruders.
Yeah.
I sent you that video earlier today.
What video? I was probably at work.
Check your
email.
Not your email. Text. The one I sent you about that Emerald Beats kid.
Man, speaking of gatekeepers and intruders, yes, absolutely.
That's
Look, I'm all for variety. I'm all for change, but you don't ever shit nowhere where you work, especially if you're not.
For context,
a part of the diaspora.
for
you
context, there is a white kid and his name is Emerald Beats, and he decided on I think it's called On the Radar. He decided that it was a good idea to say that soul beats and boom bap, the integral piece of hip hop, was no longer the thing, and we needed to get that shit out of here.
Yeah, get that shit out of here. That got me like, but this is what I did. Hold on, watch this. I gotta walk off screen on that one.
Yeah.
I'm coming back on screen, but still. That was the exact reaction.
Like,
cause what?
Yeah, first of all, as
who they say he made beats for NLE Chopper?
NLE Chopper.
I like a couple NLE Chopper songs. I won't even front. But come on, dog. He ain't doing nothing like enough to where you need to start. You're not doing
Timbaland beats. You're not out here putting out generational beats, bro.
Speaking of which, have you seen any of them reels where they break down the songs that Timbaland sampled?
No. I need to. Speaking of this,
I'm gonna send you the next one I see. But like his samples go so deep and he takes such a small portion and he flip it like it's crazy, man.
I watched a yeah, he's absolutely not from the culture. He's a random. I think he's like 19. He's like 19 years old, and he is a young white kid. Is just weird. It's the Elon effect. Like it's very much the Elon effect. Like he wants to be cool, and he has
Yeah.
a nerdy talent that he can apply to our culture, and
There are
it'll
a lot of nerd beat makers, ain't it?
yeah, and it'll get him in there. And there's a lot that, like, of course, the alchemists that respect us and respect the craft and the culture and everything. But
Yeah, because let him say that with Alchemist in the room.
right, right.
He not. He not.
So I mean, there's shit to it, man. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't just, especially being young like that. I understand you young and you stupid.
Yeah, but you can't be young and stupid in too much public. Like it's enough public
Right.
that you can get away with that shit, but when the world is watching you, dog, you gotta be careful what you say.
Right. There is nuance to that shit. And
A lot of it. A lot of it.
yeah.
So yeah, but like you said, like people gatekeep in order to keep that kind of shit out. But you can't really gatekeep music production.
Right. And
like if he
because
but
at the end of the day, it's a talent. You can critique. Yeah, you can critique it if he's not be 1% you 100% of the time. Yeah, and he showed his true colors, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, no. I mean, if that's him, but still.
But if that's him, you ain't gonna make a lot of friends, bro. You ain't gonna have no. You ain't gonna. You need those connections.
But the crazy part is, technically, like
we talking
him,
about.
He did make a lot of friends. He made enough to make it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
so
that's the hard part between.
Jay, we talking about this kid Emerald Beats. Let me send you. I can send you the video.
Let's drop a link to the chat. I wanted to add, like, that's the difference between feeling like it's a gatekeeper in your city versus feeling like it's a gatekeeper in like a whole industry. Because think about it. He paved his own way to get to where he is. You can't knock it.
Right.
If he would have spent his time bitching about who was messing with him where he's at, growing pains, then he probably wouldn't have got there. Regular you know? Right. Yeah, I was looking for a mount actually just today, but I got to figure out what I can and can't do with this. So I'm gonna look up the model number and stuff and get it right.
I'm finna drop this link in here.
Yeah, so it's like don't even trip about like people gatekeeping like around you. Like it's easy to do, and I did it for a long time. But it is what it is, and
there y'all go. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I mentioned on Sunday that like you can pop somewhere else quick, but if you ain't doing anything, and like I said, most of the time that's where the complaints come from. You see somebody popping this in that proximity with you, and then that's where you want to be, and then you don't really get there and expand yourself in those spaces.
And part of it is they don't just have they just don't have the knowledge.
That's fair. But
yeah.
Here's the case then. Here's the case then. This is where gatekeeping is detrimental a little bit more, bro. Because if you do like a small local thing, and you're too choosy about what you bring in, you're only limiting your space.
Yes.
So why are you gatekeeping? You know what I mean?
And that comes to the appropriation and appreciation situation. There's you can look at it when people start making money off of us and not going back and looking at the history that they have that we have provided for them and the struggles and everything, you don't know the backstory and the history of things, and you trying to make a dollar off of it, that's where I draw a line. If you just want to learn, like you see me on Facebook, if people want to learn, I'm all for learning, and you take that knowledge and you throw that knowledge out there, and that expands that knowledge. But if you are asking like things like oh, can I get a bonnet and stuff like that, I got a friend, Robin, he asked about a bonnet and it's just solely for his hair. The only reason.
I think I know what he's talking about.
He asked about it, and I was like, "Yeah, buddy, you get you a bonnet. He's got long hair, and it's good. That's one of those things that it's good for your hair." And he was like, he sent me a picture the next day. He was like, "Yeah, got me a bonnet." I was like, "All right."
I mean, now, if he had a cock cut, right, and then tried to rock a bonnet, I got a problem.
I would. There's
at some point you have to take care of your hair, right?
Yeah, there's whole nuances behind it. If you come to me with a buzz cut and you say, "Hey, I got this bonnet. What do you need it for, brother?" Well, I just saw.
I saw this one girl on there and I liked her.
I saw your people doing it, so I need to do it. No, you don't.
Yeah, nah.
No.
But I mean, men wear do-rags. White men wear do-rags, right?
That's no.
See.
That is just
the
listen,
bikers.
Shout out to Vince McMahon.
See, I wasn't even taking it there. That was appropriation right there. We need to gatekeep that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, buzz cuts and crazy. Yeah, that's crazy work, bro. We need white men with fades. Y'all all need to learn how to get a fade.
Yeah.
But like shit, it's and I see it more today. This is what and stuff like number one, not knowing the history behind stuff. B, taking stuff and renaming it without it, and because the original name was.
I support that gatekeeping.
The original name was ghetto and all this stuff, and
so what is that they just changed? What is that?
Everything. Oxtails that went up. Oxtails that went up. They done took bonnets. They done took everything from the Mexican people. Listen, they didn't change the name of the agua de fres. The agua de fresca is crazy. So we as people need to get better about gatekeeping things in our culture that are not for them.
Yeah, but that's what happens when we stress. Like, that's the thing about us stressing unity and all that kind of stuff. Like, we kind of got to make sure we know what we are trying to unify against. Because, like,
I stress unity to an extent.
Come on, because like, I don't know. Just people gonna people, and they never cease to disappoint me, or just like surprisingly.
And we know who the people are, and I know how they operate because I hung around them. I let them in. I didn't gatekeep my own life enough and let them in too much to a point where it was getting me in trouble. I didn't have no fucking control over my life. I was doing shit that was detrimental to my health. And so
now hold on. we can't confuse gatekeeping with personal boundaries though.
Right. Yes.
Like
Personal boundaries is a totally different thing.
personal boundaries are the ones is like, you know what I mean? That ain't even gatekeeping. That's self-perseverance,
Right.
you know? And on the interior, me,
But
I
on,
gatekeep a lot of shit.
in
Like,
essence, it is gatekeeping because you need to gatekeep yourself from these
yeah,
people. You
yeah.
have to gatekeep yourself from these people so because the more you give them, the more they pry.
But like I said, that goes in with self-perseverance.
Yes, and that
You
part of
can't even
yeah.
call that gatekeeping.
Yeah, part of it is self-perseverance, and part of it is just gatekeeping yourself.
Well, yeah, you can like. Okay, I see what you're saying now. Because like
Self-management.
you could be kind of like throwing yourself at all kinds of
Right?
people and
Yeah.
giving so much
Yeah.
that like you know
That's
what
what
I
I'm
mean.
talking
People
about.
are
You
jacking you. Okay. I thought of it like in the internal way as far as like what you have to offer somebody. Yeah, but I think I was thinking more so on an emotional level. I think you know that's always where I go to, but
even on an
um.
emotional level. On an emotional level,
ooh,
I done been woo through the ringer. Let's yeah. On an emotional
hey,
level, I have thrown myself into that situation, and it did not end well. So we need
well,
to start gatekeeping ourselves on an emotional level with relationships and in
especially with relationships. Well, I mean, yeah, especially with relationships. Ooh, I think
and
people should be a little bit more tight on this.
and in situations where I politics and stuff is involved because and somebody
Oh,
told me the other day because the angry black man doesn't get heard, and I had to kind of sit back and think on it a little bit, and yeah.
I've always navigated that shit like to be expected. You know, you always want to, and you hope to God you find yourself in a space to where you can. But my experience of being black, as far as being heard or like anything like that, expect the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't be surprised at shit. Like just even viewing the world through the internet, shit, taking in consideration things that happen right in front of your eyes at your home, at your mama's house, at your cousin's house, whatever. Like you at this point we shouldn't I'm not gonna say stop crying about it, because crying about it is kind of what's getting us a little bit more forward in it.
Right.
But
Um.
it's time to like you still got to dig and say what's next. Like we all know now that we can't be heard, but my thing
So
is like
and this is the time when you go to spaces where you are accepted. You
I'm a
go
grow out of space one time. I feel
right.
like that's probably Mars for me, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm waiting
You
on Uncle
go.
George and Uncle Boosie to come beam me back up. Cause
you
like for real, and I'm not cool with it. It's kind of that that promised pain that you have, like
but
being born into this world. But
but check this
if
out.
that's the case, then ride it out.
But check this out. Um. Because like I said, go to spaces where you are accepted, which are black spaces. On the flip side of that,
Or who? Hold
hold on, wait a minute. On the flip side of that,
on. Because we could go to selective
if
outrage
you
now if we
hold
want
on,
to.
if you are not black famous, you are not famous. And I tell people that all the time.
What you mean?
If you are not black famous, you are not famous. If your name is not known in a black household, you are
Mhm.
not really famous.
And that's fair. And that's fair.
Black people hold the key when it comes to like entertainment spaces, and it's due to our history. Is due to us having a foot in pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything, well, on front or back end, but.
And so, why do you think
stolen or not?
Why do you think commercials and things always appeal to us? And because if you don't
they got it from us.
Yeah, if you don't appeal to us,
and I mean, that would be great, but us got to realize that us got to do that for ourselves.
Yes,
we got to appeal to each other, and we.
That's what I'm saying. So we need to start going back to our spaces. I know there's black gaming communities, black social media communities, and all this stuff. Yeah, we need to make those as big as possible. Now,
this is what Off the Porch is about in the first place, anyway, right? Right. Because that's exactly why I wanted this podcast to be set up. Because I'm not gonna say I can't find it in my community, but as a person that has bounced through a lot of different, like, I have a lot of different kinds of friends. I know a lot of different kinds of people. I've never felt, well, clearly, because we are very different, but we know each other. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when you never really feel at home, that's the part that, like, A is probably personal, but B is probably true. So even if it is more so, well, I don't really feel like I fit in here, it's also you're seeing that people are doing different things and treating you differently. So you can have both of those.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Oh, my bad.
Sometimes it's you.
It is. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the times it's you. It's a percentage of you, but also you know when you feel at home. You know when you feel that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you don't ever feel it anyway, it can't just be 100% you.
And that's, that's when, because I stay in niche like areas. So I go and find our people, and then within them people, I find my like-minded people, and then and it does get kind of cliquey, but if it's a space like I'll use an example. If it's a space like the rave scene and stuff like that, it's not too bad. Everybody, when we come together in the rave scene, we come together.
Let me just say, when I was hanging out with y'all when y'all was, well, I ain't never hit no raves or nothing like that, but when I met people in the rave crews and stuff when y'all was raving, the black people was pretty cool. Everybody was very accepting, and I was cool with that. But what was it like for you when you met black people there? Like, because it wasn't like, I'm not a raver. Like, people in that area weren't going to be like as talkative with me because you don't have that common thing which brought y'all together in the first place, right?
Yeah.
So what would so it was a little bit more special to you because that's what y'all was doing, right?
Right.
So with a little bit more depth in that field, what was it like with the black folks in the rave scene?
It was listen. So it was like me and Marcus and Lindsay, and black folks when they get when white folks get a little bit too rowdy, and we just kind of and you just kind of get that look. We always it's like a security blanket. You always got them couple people you can go to, and we'll gather up in a corner. Now.
Yep. Now look. Look.
They can't fight. I mean, let's just okay.
I couldn't imagine being out there watching them like all kinds of lit and just
and then we start grouping together, and they be like, "Hey, wait a minute! Hey, hold on!
See, that's
just
knowledge. That's important. That's important.
just I went to DFT with another friend, another black
Mhm.
friend, and when we got there, it's one of those things, you know, when we get in a space where it just be a lot of white people, and you just kind of look around and you find people, and y'all just start getting close to each other. That's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
And it be like little pockets, and
And
it just
see,
be
that's when I be feeling like I'm just not. It just be too like personally, you know, just due to experience. I do be needing to find a little bit more black people. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I
We
be feel like
see,
it's you
yeah,
know, because anything can happen. I mean, and it's not an unsafe feeling. It's just a comfort feeling. You know.
yeah. We get our big pockets, you know, because
Hmm.
again, this rave shit, it started with us. It started with house music, Frankie Knuckles and stuff like that. So,
They just got done praising him on for Black History Month.
yep, that's
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So it started with us in the gay clubs, in the underground gay clubs. So it started
Exactly.
with us. At the end of the day, it's
Uh,
gonna end with us.
what's her name? Rhapsody just had her on her dress for the Grammys.
Which one?
I didn't listen to a lot of her music. The bald chick from the 80s and 70s.
Oh,
Uh,
shit.
Grace Jones.
Yes, Grace Jones.
Grace Jones. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
the mother. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just as much as they don't know, we are a part of this whole thing. We started it. We
It's
just
not that
like,
they don't know. They try to forget.
yeah, they try to forget, and just like the whole country thing.
Mm-hmm. Never forget.
Yeah,
Never forget.
the Black
Yeah. Okay.
Cowboys and the back in the down south Louisiana, the Zydeco music and
You know,
things
those
like
my
that.
people. You know,
Yeah,
those my people. Like Oklahoma Thick. My cousin, you know what I mean? Rodeo and like real cowboy shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you this then.
What's that?
You found a little solace in the rave crew. What was it like trying to join predominantly black circles or areas in life?
Different. uh, me being who I am, in high school and stuff like that, I listen to hardcore
Hmm.
music and things like that. So is you're the person that talks white and stuff like that. Now it's a little bit easier because I'm kind of more I'm approachable and I can approach somebody and I know how to talk to people. And that's just
Right.
one thing that I can fit in anybody's circle because I know how to talk to people. I'm not
Right.
a shut in and things like that.
I'm a shut in. Oh, hey, let me tell you, niggas thought I was weird,
Yeah, so
and
like it takes you some getting used to and to get
uh,
situated in a area.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's like I was the person that was like, first impressions are everything, but you can't apply that to me. I'd be in the middle of a panic attack walking around and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But
Like I
also,
was like, before I knew what was really going on, I was always so overstimulated, like that you wouldn't know what version of me you was about to get. And it wasn't like a lack of sanity. It's like, especially like moving through school and stuff like that, or
mm-hmm,
just anything busy.
I didn't.
Like
Yeah,
if
I
I
didn't.
can't get that cool little 10-minute quiet time with you, you're not really gonna like
Right.
get me out the gate. So everybody was like real confused. And then I'm country as hell. So that was something that was like real different. And like even the way like I giggle and shit, that's just like loud ass country nigga shit. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't get it, you don't know. But people was always like, "You're not really
You
from
know,
here, are you?" Okay,
yeah,
I am, but I ain't.
I am
You
from
know,
Beaufort, South Carolina.
and I am from Wichita, Kansas. I was born at Wesley Hospital. But like when I tell you, I spent so much time in Oklahoma when I was a kid, and then turned around and went to college out there. Like inexplicable twang, mumbles, uh, internal laughing, like all that kind of stuff is like look, see,
Yeah.
but I mean, like that's how I kind of just grew up, you know, and it was different. Like, and then you get like inner city black, and you are inner city black,
We
but you
so
still not, you know.
we was like toeing the line. We was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. My daddy, I don't care what y'all say. My daddy about to whoop my ass. I'm about to go home.
yeah.
like,
Like we still,
and,
yeah.
yeah,
We
yeah.
grew up with that, but we had that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. So it was different. It's not. I mean, like it's the same. Like we all everybody done had damn near the same childhood. You know what I mean? But but they didn't.
yeah,
But you can always come around and like your mama telling you to take the meat out the. You know what I mean? That's everyday like just blackness. Period. But people didn't recognize that that was all the same until you started growing up older and you start realizing like,
yeah.
uh, yeah, yeah.
And we grew up like minded and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
the here's the because this is a part of it too. They they didn't grow up like us. And once you start to see that they didn't grow up like us and we grew up the same in spaces like that, it turns into yeah, let's
Mm-hmm.
let's come over here. And then
Mm-hmm.
you figure out the wonders of house and then you start going to all black raves and you know, yeah.
See, I don't I don't do crowds. That's my thing. And rave is crowd based. Like
Buddy, I stay in the back. You know where they got room.
uh
It be room. I can.
okay.
It
I don't
might
know.
be a
Like
listen. It might be a balcony.
uh-huh.
I'm up on the balcony, chilling.
That's wild. See, that would be something like I guess I'm not as open minded toward it.
Like
I'll admit. Excuse me.
the mid. Like
But
anytime you come up here, like we go to the. We go to Aura, obviously.
mm,
But anytime you
mm,
go up to the Midland, and I go to a rave at the Midland, like I'll go through the crowd and stuff, but I
mm,
won't go in the pit, or
yeah.
I'll be in the back, like by the bar, or I'll
Mm,
go up in the balcony. They got seats up there. I'll be
okay.
chilling.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm a sit down type of cat.
Yeah,
But
I
then
can sit
again,
down,
like
stand up. Yeah, it's
in the
something
club
nice
setting,
going. Yeah,
I have found myself enjoying like some house music in the club. I'd much rather that well, not much rather. I don't know. Like they still don't even play my kind of music in the
I
club.
love me.
Like
Listen,
I that's
you
I
need to
lost so
go.
much
You need to get
love for
like
myself in the club, huh?
you need to get some good some of our house music.
I need I'm open to figuring it out,
Just
to listening to it and seeing what's up.
yeah, just to just
Um,
get you a vibe.
right now, right now I don't really know where I'm at with my music selections. I started going backwards on some stuff that like
I've definitely been going
based off of what
backwards.
my pops used to listen to, what I remember he had, and I go do some spin-off albums, some old R&B I ain't heard and stuff like that. I am tempo based though. Like I listen to music all day at work. So I like up tempo stuff to keep my mind and head going, but it's also exhausting at times. So just kind of
I
moody. It's
man,
especially with
I
music. I'm a little moody.
and to anybody in the live chats, go go through selection on YouTube. It's SOULECTION. But yeah, this is an Asian dude. He's a DJ, but he brings in a lot of Afro beats, a lot of
I like
house
Afro beats.
music, a lot of old soul, 90s R&B. Like they come in
Yeah,
there and do
type that
sets.
one in the chat because I want to see it too. I want to listen because
Give me
I was
one.
doing a lot of the doing a lot of the cooking soul stuff on
Griselda,
YouTube.
yes, Griselda.
Uh, yeah, Griselda's fire. Like Benny the Butcher popped it off, but like I
Right.
love
And James
West
said
Side of
these
Conway.
the boom bap niggas is going crazy right now, bro. Like,
Hello, I think Alchemist is the biggest that he's been in his career. He's been out for
oh,
30
brother.
years. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Like, come on, man. Um, they can go anywhere. Who's that? Hit Boy. Hit Boy's
Rob,
fire.
he said Rob
Shut up,
Banks
for
just
real.
dropped one. What?
I heard he was back out, and I heard him. I think I listened to a little bit of him last year or two, but I didn't get back in. See, that's another thing I
Yeah, I
got to
need to
do.
go back and listen to that. I just
Um,
listened to Larry June and 2 Chainz just came out with a mixtape today.
did it come out today? I need to listen to it
Yeah.
because I heard that first track. That single that came out a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But that's a good combination. I don't care what nobody say. 2 Chainz is so diverse and
Yeah, them boys
versatile.
is fire.
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, we're
Hold
not
on.
about to play that.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop this
We're
selection in
about
here
to
real
play that,
quick.
but we ain't about to act like that shit ain't fire.
Right.
And which one of them people, since we gonna run back to the topic, which one of them niggas you thought was complaining about gatekeeping?
Who?
Any of them people we just named off? Was
Complaining.
anybody else, was any of them talking about their community gatekeeping?
Oh,
You think?
I mean, I would tell
Nope.
no, they not,
Nope.
but they need
Nope.
to.
Depending on the issue, and a lot of them, like
Right, and
a lot of people outside their lane, don't concern they stuff with stuff outside their lane. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. Like you got to
yeah,
protect your neck.
yeah,
You got to protect your neck. But yeah, we probably need to start
yeah,
gatekeeping some
and
of these artists.
right. And he said that, and just like James said, they know
They
they
the
eat the
hoodie.
hoodie.
Yeah,
We need to start being like that.
I mean that is true. That
but
is true. But
but
at the same
we be in our own
time,
way. We
create a lane. I think that's like the thing about that is people want to leave the hood and all that kind of stuff. Good job for having that aspiration, but every time somebody go back to the hood, what happened? They get killed. Look at Dolph. I was just
people
talking to
don't know how
somebody
to
about
stay out of
Dolph.
the hood. Once you
Well,
get out, you stay out.
well. So how much do you want to take care of your community before you go? So
This
then
is
you can't
true.
concern yourself because once you go back, you get killed. But put somebody on or like reach a hand back and kind of teach somebody from afar that you can trust. That would be nice.
Right.
But I don't know. You'd have to kind of you'd have to really look at that. But it is a really good point though because the hood do got to eat still, and everybody still want to feed their hood. But like I said, you can't go back.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go back because I ain't come from the hood.
Right.
A lot of them ain't gonna want what I got to offer once I get there anyway. You know what I mean? My hood don't matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. But
It
I
still
mean,
do.
to reach, but you can't go too big and expect to still be able to really to feed it. Yeah, R.I.P. Dolph, right there in the cookie store, his favorite one. But I don't know. Like I said, like yeah, reach your hand back in some sort of way, but like you can't drive your exclusive car to the cookie store where you know what I mean. It was easy to like spotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and so unfortunate, but we just got to find another way because we got to feed each other based off of everything we just talked about. We got to feed each other, but ooh, people
And
gonna people, and they'll never fail to disappoint.
so, do you feel like there's, at the end of the day, is there more glory in blazing your own path than
I think it just depends on who you are. Personally, I feel like I'm a community servant, or I would like to be.
that's what that because that's what I want to be.
Mm,
I've always, like I
mm,
said, I've always been
but
wanting to help people and
I'm
stuff.
also not concerned about signing to a major label either. So if I'm not
Right.
going to think about getting that big, then I don't have. Then I can continue like being more concerned about my community than I would like trying to survive in the world. So with that level of what I want to do, I can be a little bit better of a community servant. You know, just that's just like anybody that starts a local business to try to put it back in their. What was the question?
Do you feel does it feel better? Is it better to blaze your own path
Look, come
than
on, John.
be
Y-
a servant?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, depending on who you are, um, I like I want to blaze my own path because I don't feel like there is one here.
I want
You know
to
what I mean? So yeah, that's a win-win.
I feel like you should make sure, and it goes back to me being a fucking perfectionist. Make sure that you are proficient in your path before we start helping others. And
Well, that's been a
that just goes for anything, but
yeah. That's been a big issue that I've had here lately. I didn't really realize like I knew I wanted to be an artist, but I didn't understand what path I was taking or lack thereof, or because based off of the fact that I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So when you talk about figuring out what path you want to blaze, what lane you want to create, yeah, I mean, it goes in with writing it down, um, making your intentions, following it. If you don't do that, like I did it once, and I haven't done it since, but I can tell the difference. Like it's all over the place.
mm-hmm.
It's all over the place, and you try to go,
you
and you
see
start wasting your time and stuff like that.
you see
So
how much
like that's the effects of like writing it down and having everything because you can't really blaze a path if you don't. You just wind up
you
being.
see how much smoother this went this time around.
Yeah, we haven't played a game.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to play a game today?
We should because we got what we're about 50 minutes in.
15 minutes. I had one more question to ask you
Yeah,
before we
I don't
play.
know. We're about an hour streaming.
Yeah. Um. This goes back to gatekeeping.
Huh.
Is there a wrong way to um, consume certain media?
Hell yeah,
Okay. I,
absolutely. Um, I think it still kind of depends on who you are and how you receive it. But like, we'll take an example of everybody taking relationship advice off of the internet.
mm-hmm.
That's the wrong way to consume media.
This is
Um,
true.
yeah, but I think that's why what I like about it being from a regular person. Like we don't have an agenda per se. This is probably more for us than it is for anybody watching. But um yeah, no, like you somebody wants something out of something when all these shows and stuff are coming to be. They don't really understand it. And what they say is, who cares how they receive it? We about to make some money. So now people are taking these examples and applying it to their real life just off the fact that somebody was
Right.
trying to make a couple bucks.
Right.
So like looking at regular people on the internet should be more of a regular thing so that we can make sure that we understand how regular we are. You know, everybody thinks that they see this fake rented money or realistic copies that they
And you
holding the money
assume
phones and all that kind of stuff, and they think it's real. Like I just thought about the concept that kids don't really have a real grasp on what's really real. Like after we was born, when the kids was like have electronics all up in their face, like my kids,
mm-hmm.
they don't really have a grasp of what is really happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and that's detrimental as hell.
Right. Yeah. No,
So
I get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
So shouts out to the normal people, man.
yeah, that question came up because I can't remember what I was. We were watching something and it was taken out of context by white people. Of
What
course.
else is new?
What else is new? But it was that was the question that came up in my head. It was a wrong way to conserve any type of media. Well, not just any, but certain types of
You can
media.
listen to rap music the wrong way. We
Right.
all didn't. Yeah,
And part of it, yeah, I think it might have been something about that. So
yeah, yeah. That's it's you got to really train your mind for this for shit. Like depending on what you want to get out of life, like because it'll take over. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
all right, let's play a game and get the
What game we
food
got?
out of here. We're playing lyrically correct.
Uh-oh.
Lyrically
Uh-oh.
correct. And James is in the chat. All right. Got 5 questions, brother.
All right. We got to get James on some of them games on a Thursday too.
Yeah.
I feel
Definitely
like
got to get him in here.
there should be some cultural games on Jackbox, so we can really. I don't know if it ain't, but boy, we could do some things.
Stars with the N said you need to be mindful about who you're getting your info from.
You sure do.
Mm-hmm.
You sure do.
Very much.
Like I said, if they got some kind of agenda and stuff, like, oh, yeah, brainwash, bow
Yeah.
right there. Mind control is very real, people. Very real.
Hey, fucking going to school and especially learning digital marketing and stuff. That the ways that they could get you, bro, it's crazy. And working algorithms and stuff. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, question 1. When that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
I'm stumped. When that blue and red, what?
When that blue and red suit fits her hips so right, what does Fabulous say?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah, I know James is pissed.
He said repeat it. Oops.
All right. They give him a chance this time.
My bad.
All right, question number 2. What does T.I. have the crowd yelling?
Dang, I got a lot of stuff. Hold on.
It is the answers.
Get
The 808.
Oh, I know this. Okay.
Bring him out. Bring him out. On the front.
Yep.
Screaming, bring him out.
Yep.
Bring him out.
Bring him out. Put your hands in the air now. Hands in the air now. Hands in the air now. Yeah, that was my stuff. That was a good one.
Okay. You ready?
Yep.
What should she do after she backs it up, then stops? James, you got an answer for me?
Me too, actually. He should be more in more conversations. After she, come on, let me get it in one more time.
After you back it up, then stop. What? Drop it like it's
Drop
hot
it like
now.
it's
Drop
hot.
it like it's hot.
Dang,
Drop it
okay,
like it's hot.
okay. We got 2 more, right?
Yeah, we got 2
Okay.
more.
I'm on your ass, Jay.
All right.
Oh.
Let's see. What? Wyclef said he'll be gone till
November.
All right.
He can't type fast enough.
Hey, this is to close it out.
Stop right though.
According to Ja Rule,
what
does every thug need?
A lady.
Because every thug needs a lady.
Yeah.
He said, I need at least 20 fingers.
Oh, shit.
That is a cool little game.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm about to go listen to R.I.P. everybody.
Yeah, R.I.P. everybody. That's a good one to leave on.
That was an interesting moment. Yeah.
Well, you still got people in here, brother. Where can they find you at?
You can find me at Instagram.com/brother_Gresh. You can find me on Facebook at Brother Gresh Visuals. You can find me on TikTok at brother_Gresh. Type in Brother Gresh pretty much anywhere, you'll find me. I bet you will.
Man. You can find me on Red Note.
See, I haven't gotten into Red Note yet.
You can find me on Red Note. Q with the I.
I'm not about to play.
No,
I'm not about to play.
You know.
Oh, we oughta I wonder how hard would it be to add animations in here manually? Would we have to program it?
Nope. I can do
it. Bet. I'm about to get on. I'm about to do some shits. I'm about to do some shit.
Yeah. All right. Well. He said, "Find me at O Block on."
Hey, I'm on O Block. Hey, where everybody at? It's like 7 o'clock at night.